Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen in the Orlando studios, and this is your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. We start with a good matchup here, AFC versus NFC. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. The Vikings get the victory in the battle of unbeatens. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's a 1,200-yard rusher from a season ago, Javonte Williams. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Cowboys had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Players on the move 1 month into the season. Time for the Week 4 trade report. The biggest name-changing addresses this week? It concerns the man you see here. He's on the move to the Cowboys as they finally get the quarterback they've been looking for. The first month of games wrapping up, so let's give out the Player of the Week honors for week number 4. And we'll highlight this man. Daniel Jones. He was outstanding in front of the patrons in London. And he came through with 5, count them, 5 touchdown passes on the day. Here now, a look at the rest of this week's top performers around the NFL. Next up, kind of an underappreciated stat, but let's give some defenders some love. Here are your NFL leaders in tackles through 4 weeks of play. With that, a look here at the rest of the scores from around the NFL here in Week 4. So that'll do it for us. 1 month of the season is in the books, and it will only get better from here. Until next week, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the Bengals sideline, there's quarterback Joe Burrow. A couple of interceptions for him in the loss a week ago. Across from him, the opposing quarterback. He'll be looking to ride the energy of this great crowd as we are set for a very good one here on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Nifty move. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
First carry now for Chase Brown. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Right back to Brown. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And look at this defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now it's Burrow. That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. With it is Jackson. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty game. Game getting it done, but they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Come on. Hey, Cardinal. Second Pirate. 70 Ranger.
Willis looks to pass it here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. With that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And just shutting him off there. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Bengals offense heading back out. And there you see offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 7 carries, 60 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go. 180,
They go play action with Burrow. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. This is Brown going up the middle. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
5 yards on the play. Here we go. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Brown with his stick skills. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll run. Here's Achane. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, Achane. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Hey!
They'll run for it with Achane. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Oh, what a move. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, break! Eagles, 79 Broncos, 18 Rebels, 18 Rebels.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And that is incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Three. Liking 18.
Running left, Achane. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play fake. Here's Willis. They'll roll him out right to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Taking it right down Broadway. He may go. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Our trip around the league starts now, and it begins in London at fabled Wembley Stadium. The Eagles taking on the Jags. And this is Brian Robinson. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. This is a 72-yard touchdown run. The Eagles move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Woody Marks. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Texans trying to get to 4-1, a good start, and they have the lead at the half. Lastly, our editors have made the call. Who's our impact player from Week 5? Well, it's this man. And this is C.D. Lamb. They'll get it out to him left side, and then he'll take it the rest of the way. He'll wind up going 60 yards for the touchdown. The Cowboys continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Right back to Achane on second down. And some room to run now. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Achane, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right.
Encroachment, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. Hey, Cam.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Willis. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
17 yards.
First target, first catch at a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Willis. This goes out wide from Mixon. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The visitors' offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to T. Higgins.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And a Bengal
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Burrow on play action. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Johnson. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
He praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And quickly, they get to the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. Throw caught by Achane. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Down inside the 40.
So let all that running room that he had in the first half go, because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down and 6 now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 3rd down and 5. A run straight ahead with Achane. Powering forward. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Achane. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
19 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
Here we go. First and goal. Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a three-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Achane.
Set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Bengals offense heading back out. And there you see offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher. His guys trail here in the second half. So every drive important now as they try to mount a comeback. They'll come up first and 10 here. Burrow. Short throw, it's Higgins. Here comes second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. To throw, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Rodriguez. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. It was a pretty entertaining ball game. Charles had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.